beautiful question. What was it again?
What's your vision as a couple? I mean, you just like started, and obviously there has been a magnetic pull between you, and you are in a, feels like to me, in a place of creation and manifestation. And so, as a human being, has what's your vision? What's your mission together? What has been evolving out of your connection? Where you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to?
What a beautiful question, man. May I answer first? Yeah, it's like it has different aspects of answering this question. But like what you say about creation, for me, that's a really like important one to have a shared purpose together. And you know, when we met, like I knew she was a Tantra teacher, and you know, we also the first week we directly, like I was just assisting at the temple, and I helped do stuff at the Tantra Festival. It was like creating together there, but also after like a few weeks we were recording videos, and it was just like automatically. So I feel such a strong pull to, you know, to bring Tantra into the world together and to make videos and to create content, and that's something I'm personally already like into a long time. But now with her, finding her, is like, wow, I really want to do that, bring that together. So there's a really big purpose in us being together, I think. And it also feels really guided, because you know you coming here want to do an interview with us, but there's many people, you know. So I really feel like, yes, this is like not us wanting things, but it's just like God wants this to happen. And maybe you can share some of the other parts of because there's way more. This is just purpose, but we also want to live community lifestyle and build a family. So maybe you can, I don't know if you want to share a bit.
I would love that. Yeah, so for me it's also been, I've really been searching for a partner in my life, and for somebody to be, I think I've been guided very well in this, in not just taking a partner and having a partner, but really looking at what is it that you want out of a partnership. How do you want to live your life? How do I want to live my life? What is the vision that I see on how I want to live it? And then to actually have the patience, even though there's so many amazing men out there, you know, but to have the patience to wait for a man, or to really, you know, go through these things, to learn the tools, so to find a man that I can write the chapters with. So you have been going through relationships that have really opened you up and really given you a lot of perspective, and I have done the same, and we've also worked a lot on the spiritual, on the manifestation, on the gratitude. And then when I meet him, it's like, wow, it's there. He's young, he's fresh, he doesn't have children, he wants children, he wants and it sounds strange, and it sounds, you know, but if you want to live a more free life and you meet somebody that already has kids, they are situated in one certain place of the world, and which is perfect for so many people. But it's also, when you are looking for a different life, it puts on limitation. So what is it? How is it that you exactly want to live your life, and why are you searching for a partner like that, so that it can support you in your life and support your life purpose? So with Niels, I just feel that it's all the ideas, all my mental ideas, my heart ideas, and also my womb ideas is supported in this relationship. And it's also been on the details of, you know, like, yes, I would love to have a partner, and we dance in the kitchen while we are cooking, and I can feel his hands around my waist when I'm cooking dinner. And we're having joy, because that brings joy into my life. I've gone so specific into details about what I'm wanting and why I'm wanting it. Not just to be like, oh, I want a man with big arms. Why do I want a man with strong arms? I do like the feature, but I want a man that can hold me up, lift me, carry me, caress me, you know? So to make me surrender and I'm receiving all this in this package. So a long answer.
Sounds like divine synchronicity, the way how that kind of clicked and matched with it. Sounds so beautiful. So all very fresh, and you're just like on the way of finding the space and manifesting. You're just like looking for a place to anchor to ground, find a base. And so where's it going for you?
Ooh. That was really funny when we came here to Ibiza. I was like, we said like this is our home. You know, we're gonna live here, and it's the energy of this island here is like it's like fantastic. It's so open-minded. It's so you feel like there's a really good money energy, and there's like people walking around naked, and everybody's free, and we really love that so much. And also, you know, where it's gonna be, I don't know, and I think we have manifested a lot about how we want to live, what kind of house we want to live. You know, I really want to live in nature, where there is enough space also for a garden. There is enough space for having multiple people living there on the property, so we can have like people who can take care of our children if we don't want that.
There's a German saying, I translate that later, that means just like, Kinder machen ist nicht schwer, Kinder haben dagegen sehr. So to make children is not so difficult, but to have them, this is where the work is.
Yeah, so I know that. I think you might never know. But
you know, I would also like to just put some beautiful light on this, because also I've been living, and I have Humlebeck and the community around Johan Ekenberg as a great spiritual family. And the teachings of Johan is it takes a whole village to raise a child. Yeah, so to be humble in this, also to and we are speaking like that all the time, but it's to be, how can you keep a partnership, and how can you have support? And I've been also caring for other people's children as a part of karma yoga in this Tantra path, and I feel so connected, and I feel so much, I know that I am a mother because of it, and I get to caress them, and I know that it can be a gift for somebody else. So it is, how can, we were also talking about this, you know, like you're giving, you're getting, but you're receiving, but you're giving somebody else the opportunity. So it's really about how can we find this place to live together, and maybe have other people living together as we are co-creating family life.
Yeah, so you're still on the quest of finding the right space, and you're on the search, or the right space is finding you, when I hear that right. But I have a question to you. So what's your tantric approach, or what is tantric for you in your relationship, and what is it that you want to share with the world? What do you want the world has to know from your experience of Tantra, and what is Tantra for you? What's the message that you want to give to the world?
I think there is, I mean, also it is really like, I've been with so many aspects of life. I've been with so much of the life inside of me that is playing out the life in front of me, and which have made me see and gone into processes and just feeling, being, acting out, feeling, being, breathing, you know, all this transforming, and then the outer world becomes better than I ever could picture. So I really would see, for me, Tantra has been a journey to come into myself, find the strength, find, even shed all those layers, become more and more myself, and receiving an outer world that is just amazing. And then I have in this relating with this beautiful man, a man that supports me as a goddess, and I support him as a man, and it's a relating, you know, like some years ago I would not even say it was possible. And then it's also supporting my physical body. He's treating my physical body for hours a day, making love to me for hours a day, massaging me, caring for me, and I'm doing the same for him. So it's a swap, but it's magnificent. A spiritual and a physical reunion, and I also want, I'm saying a lot, but I have a lot of meaning about this. I also want the people to share the female supporting the masculine and the masculine supporting the female femininity, and that we can walk together, and that we need each other, and that together we rise, and together we are strong, and together we can live a beautiful life. And that's what I really want to share. I want to show people, and I will be humble in this because we are also fresh on this. You never know what will happen, and I will make it my commitment to go through what I need to go through, to show to learn what I need to learn.
Yeah, I also want to add a few things about that.
Absolutely, please. The world of man need to know what is it that this man need to man up to live a tantric life.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's for me it's a lot about like having my own boundaries, knowing myself, knowing what I want and what I don't want, especially as well. And I was like straight away from the beginning, I was very clear, like this is how I want to live my life. I want to be able, for example, to hang out with people, to dance on a dance floor with other women, because I had an ex-partner who was really jealous, and that was my blessing to really now know my requirements for this life. So I think it's about like knowing myself a lot and exploring that part even more. But also, giving my partner, giving her like all the freedom she needs, because I think one of the worst things about partners is that you get this like that you're together and that you are so codependent that is not fun anymore, that it feels awkward and even disgusting. So it's my mission to give her like as much freedom as our container can hold at this moment, while we can look at our own safety and make sure we have a safe container, and from there explore. It's also beautiful, for example, how she met you, like that she can also give you, like in that moment, just go, be clear, but also, be open to really make a connection with somebody else. Yeah.
So what's your message? Give it to the world. If you would sum up your message as a tantric man, in a tantric relationship with a beautiful tantric woman, what's the message as a man you would give to the world?
My message. To sum it up, know yourself. Be true to yourself, and let go of anything else, and serve, and serve your goddess and the world. I think that would be it.
What's your message for all the beautiful women out there who are on the request looking for the right or Mr. Right and not compromising the core of their values?
It's beautiful. You deserve it. You all deserve it. And there is so many beautiful men out there. My message is really, I think, transform, really see the beauty in the men. See that the men are amazing, amazing beings who really wants to love us, care for us, and wants to be with us. And to worship men in a way, but it's not worshipping with putting yourself down, but really seeing and gratitude for the male race, and then it just comes, I think, The more I see so much beauty, which, I see so much beauty in him, but I see so much beauty in you as well. And I see so much beauty in all of the men, and it's just like, I know that men wants me well. And to transform that, to come from, and now I will put in a word which I don't really like to put in, but I will still do it, to come from this world where we see the TV as, rape, you see an old woman walking alone and a group of men comes, you imaginally picture all these things that we have imprinted in our system, in society, between women and men. To look at those things, to tear it down, and to really come into honoring of the masculine. And when you do that, I think you can be open for something completely new.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You know, as we all see now, Tantra is going mainstream more and more. And I mean, I'm around the block for some years, so I just do this since 2010. And my own Tantric awakening happened in 1997, so
Wow.
25 years now. So, but you know, there are other generations coming,
Yeah.
and these generations, they're just like looking for people in their own vibration, and you're an ideal expression of this next generation. So world, watch out, there are people speaking truth and just like bring Tantra even deeper, more into mainstream, what needs to happen. And so I'm glad to sitting here with you and seeing and feeling and hearing your vision and what you want to bring to the world, and inspiring hopefully thousands and thousands of people into their authenticity, into their sexual liberation, into their own vision, and changing life for the better. Feeling honored.
Wow.
Make it happen.
Yeah, together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Together, yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful, man. Thank you.
My blessings.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, that feels so good. Oh,
And this is also classic Tantra. We take each other's arms, we feel connected, we look into each other's eyes, and maybe there's a tear coming down. This is a classic Tantra moment, so enjoy it.
lovely.
How can it get better?
Yeah. And that is also something that I try to say to the universe all the time, like, okay, wow, I love my life. I'm so grateful. And I challenge you. How can it get even better than this? You know? Just because I think also like this idea about Mr. Right, an idea about what we want, is also from a limitation of here and now. And the more we go through things, we can have even more. Yeah.
Still running?
It's still running, yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we end it now?
One thing I wonder if we should speak about, I don't know, but people are asking, and there's just been one, but there's been some others as well, asking about, you know, like triggers or how, because we show one side where it's, but maybe that's also for people to see, but, you know, like triggers or